Hiya guys, this is probably about the most important video I've ever made. Not just because of the timing, but because of because of the I can't say what this is, because if I say it out loud in the same breath, the video will be taken down like the last one I just put up only 5 minutes ago. They took it straight down. The reason that I'm making this video is because I'm 50 years old. I've never had a vaccine. I've never had a vaccine, and I've never had a cold, and I've never had the flu. And up until 7 months ago, when they put the masts outside, I'd never had a headache in my life either. Now, today, I suffer from headaches daily, pressure in my eye sockets. I feel like my nose is going to bleed. My chest tightens up, my throat tightens up. I get like static feeling on my face, like crawling on my head, a feeling that something's crawling round in my ear. This is regular now, and it's becoming so painful that I'm having to go to bed at 9 o'clock in a room that's painted with anti-radiation paint. And just before I went to bed last night, this was sent to me.
5G hardware. You must consider the whole part played by electricity in nature. Human beings cannot go on developing in the same way in an atmosphere permeated on all sides by electric currents and radiations. It has an influence on the whole development of man.
I can feel it as I'm stood here now on my face.
Notably, radiant
all over my
electricity
face.
will presently affect them in such a way that they will no longer be able to understand the news which they receive so rapidly. The effect is to damp down their intelligence. Such effects are already seen today. Even today, you can notice how people understand the things that come to them with far greater difficulty than they did a few decades ago. Rudolf Steiner, 1924.
All that time
Rudolf
ago.
Steiner noted that in 1924, since then our atmosphere has become far more permeated with electric waves of widely diverse types. There's no doubt now that electric waves, electromagnetic forces, cause direct biological effects. There's thousands of peer-reviewed papers on this subject. There's no doubt about it. But what are these effects? How are they affecting us? What can we do about it? We're now at a stage where we're putting in what's called 5G, which is a special type of broadcast for high-density information transfers.
And it's killing me.
It turns out that this is the same frequency bands that are used in crowd dispersal weaponry.
I can absolutely feel this all of the time.
First and foremost, is densification. So it's significantly more transmitters in close proximity to the human, and it is also a sophisticated, illegal, unlawful transmitter.
And they've never tested it.
What I mean by that is it is a high gain dielectric lens antenna, and what that allows 5G transmitters to do is to 3D map its environment in your home.
Yeah. It's triangulating around your devices and burning you.
For battlefield interrogation systems, so sub-gigahertz, it allows the signal to travel through concrete brickwork with ease, and it can actually data gather. It is a target acquiring system.
So this started to resonate with me because yesterday I've never felt the pain and the discomfort that I felt yesterday was on par with the beginning of when they put this outside. At first, it was such a shock to my system that it gave me constant migraines. I ended up in hospital with a suspected heart attack. And this has just been going on and on and on every day. I'm having to protect myself by going in the bedroom where the anti-radiation paint is if it gets too much for me. But the last couple of days and last night, it was absolute agony. It feels like I've got locked jaw. It's affecting me jaw for some reason. And then I found out that that this stuff can actually it can bend your spine. It's so dangerous, and especially in a situation like I am where I'm surrounded by it. Literally, there's a mast there. There's one down the road there, and there's one 500 yards up the road, and I am literally burning. My eyes. Or me nose feels like it's gonna bleed. The pressure in the ears and me eye sockets is just, it's horrendous. And it's it's a layering of devices that, it seems to get worse. It's like a sandwich effect. Where it's you can feel that if there's more than just me in here, it increases when other people have got a device on. It certainly gets stronger. This is terrifying, I think. When it's too uncomfortable, the symptoms are, flu-like, blocked up nose, I can't taste anything, I'm like dizzy, disorientated, the pain that gets into me, like me windpipe, feels like somebody's strangling me. And by 8 or 9 o'clock at night, it literally feels like there's someone sat on my chest. That's how bad it's getting. And the last 48 hours have been hell. They've either turned something up, whether it be the Wi-Fi or the 5G, I'm not sure. But I'm like a beacon or a meter for this stuff, and it really is. It's bad at the moment. I've just written to our MP to tell him about this, and I'd love a doctor or somebody medical to come and have a look at what's going on here with me. The symptoms as well are I'm heating up, I'm wet through 5-6 times yesterday, soaking, my hair was stuck to my head, just the way that you would expect to feel if you had a virus or the flu. Your body just heats up to such a temperature that you're sweating, wet through. They're telling people now that the second wave's coming. Well, we've got a school up the road from us, Baines School it's called. They've got 5G there, the kids have just gone back. One of the teachers is poorly, and this is the these are the 5th year students at Baines. They've been taken out of school today, apparently there's been an outbreak. Well, they're testing thousands of people now, and thousands of people are positive, and yet not poorly, which tells me all I need to know. If everybody is showing signs of a virus when nobody's ill as such, and there's only a few people not positive, then that would suggest to me that the thing is something that seems to be cooking us all. Do your research, folks. The video that I'm showing you here is called Anonymous. It's called Alert or Urgent. This is happening right now, 2020, and I believe this is going to get worse and worse come Christmas. You know, people are going to be in the house with the masks on, washing their hands, bleaching the surfaces. They're going to have no immune system left. The first time they go outside, they're going to catch God knows what, and this is how we're going to get the second wave. You know, how are they doing this?
It's basically
How,
made off the battlefield.
how are they doing it?
Good and identify.
How are they managing to put it in all over the world and nobody saying anything? Well, the way that they do it is like this.
Resemble Slith. Their intention to rule rests with
And it's a weapon that you don't know you're being targeted because the dose is very, very low.
You do if you're me, because you can feel it.
It's dangerous than a high dose. It's very, very low, and it may take a year or two, but you can cause neurological damage and
I'm getting
cancers
pains up here. It's
with
been 8
low-level
months now.
microdose. And you can make all your opponents sick. It's a perfect weapon for a government.
Yeah.
our impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles Slith. Their intention to rule rests with the annihilation of consciousness. We have been lulled into a trance. They have made us indifferent.
They've got us addicted to the devices, and now they're cooking us.
Only on our own game. Please understand, they are safe as long as they are not discovered. Keep us asleep, keep us selfish, keep us sedated.
Almost immediately, I had neighbours knocking on the door, talking about children bleeding from the nose. I had images posted on Facebook. And one neighbour in particular came to my door and mentioned the fact that since the LED street lighting had been installed, she was bleeding from the nose every single night. I thought it was...
And I'm not bleeding from my nose, but it feels like it's going to bleed, and well, that's pretty much the same, really. The pressure, it's just pressure in your head from the inside out. It changes the tone of my voice as well, depending on how close I stand to this thing. If anybody else comes in here with a device, they've got to turn it off, or I have to turn the TV off. It gets too much, and I can't breathe and I can't talk. It's very, very deceiving, this, and I urge you all to look into it, all of you. I absolutely know that this is what I can feel. I've had flu since December, and I don't get ill, ever. So, I really don't know what else to tell you without getting this video removed. They've removed my last one, so, like I say, I'm 50. I've never had a cold, I've never had the flu, and I've never had a headache until they put those outside. And now this is a daily thing. So, also, it cooks your eyes. Me, my partner, my friend that walks me dogs, and my best friend from school, all of us have noticed our eyesight's deteriorating the last 6 months. So that's another thing. How else? They're setting the levels for this higher than what is safe. That's for sure. And I see a second wave coming, either from the elderly who've been shielding and self-torturing, and also the kids at school being cooked by this. So we'll see what happens, and stay safe. get some anti-radiation paint or whatever you need to shield you from this, because I'm telling you, they've turned it up in the last 48 hours. Be careful, guys.